Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my podcast. I'm Alex from Godsky podcast, and you actually listen to my podcast. How about that? And let's get to the get go and quick rundown on the news. I've been actually working about like past 2 hours to set up the microphone that I have at uh, at my desk. It was potentially better one to work with and make a podcast, but man, I got so deep into the settings. I got so confused because you gotta you gotta juggle with it like real juggler. Maybe have a voice theory and everything. That's why I'm sure the expensive what's funny, like even the expensive microphone not gonna change that hustle. It might help to be more listenable at some point, but you still gotta hustle. You still gotta set it up and work around it. Really, I really hope to find like a easy way out of it, because I really don't want to focus too much on the quality of content. I'm talking about like not the sound quality. Sound quality is really important in a podcast. Don't mind me. Sometimes I can listen even boring ones only because it just sounds nice. The the host giving a really good flow of his thoughts of speaking, and kind of get me mesmerized, and gives you like feel of presence that you like inside some interesting conversations. uh I wonder like if anyone else have this small guilty pleasure to listen conversations of other people. I actually got it, not because like I really trying to pick their mood or what type of emotion they looking from each other, because we don't speak for our own. We don't speak too much often about what really bothers us or what really on our mind. We want to be likable as always. We wanna give our honest opinion about every topic and everything that surround us. We wanna give our most politically correct version of recent news, and how much our government is working around us, and we are really deserve some strong leader that can take all our hopes and beliefs into his head. Gosh, sometimes we such a douche. Just even thinking about the idea that one person can change our change not everything, all right, but improve, like improve for us something. I don't think any other people who get to the power that was for some others. If you get to power, you probably came to the power for your own sake. Maybe your sake it's your family, maybe your sake it's your loved one, but it's always your, even for yourself, even if you're like a loner, but you come in for your own sake. It's all about that role to get the power. You're looking for the power to like improve your own life, improve your own status, and whatever you want to improve, health, uh, financial situation, even reduce some stress from yourself and put it to others. Why not? And here we are hoping that maybe in the next opposition will come to the government and they will change something for us. There's no for us, in my opinion. It's for their own sake. Now, don't get me. We all want to make our job respectable. We all want to get respected by the peers that you made a good job. So, people who make really serious decisions, they care about opinion of really serious people. Those who they have completely different problems in life. Completely different problems. I mean, well, it's sort of the same, but completely different. We're really not the same. And I actually can tell by myself that my personal experience is when I had that nice window of create some financial stability, and boy, you suddenly you start think more creative. You start think like, hey, like that's the good place for me to think about how I wanna develop my life further. So for them, it's always development further and further. They don't have basic survival instincts. Although that's why we have diseases. Like disease can always change our perspective, but they're not chasing your interest. They chase. They have already, when they choose to be in politics or any other leading position, they had already that picture in their mind what's gonna be when they come to this position. And it's not to reduce your workload and improve your maybe financial, give you the raise. It's maybe he's wanna get to position to jump to the next one. And I'm not gonna put any fingers or blame somebody that he's like, wrongdoing. In the end, we all choose our destiny and what we make out of our time and people around us. Of course, it's not that cool to think of people as a resource, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad because if you look at the people around us, we all can help each other unwillingly. It's like if I coming to the bus, I don't really need the consent of liking of a bus driver to get me to destination. Although it can be nice if he gonna stop driving us like a meat sacks. Like really, buses are grinders. He's always in hurry, but not to your destination. He's in a hurry. Like, I can take extra 5 minutes in the bus. Just don't drive me like I'm a like crazy one. I've seen people flying in the buses because he was in a hurry to somewhere. Although I noticed a lot of them abuse the smoking, and they smoke tobacco, and it's actually put you in this mindset that it's waiting on you. You gotta get there. You gotta get to your favorite tobacco friend in whatever way you do it. But this is the place he's not thinking about your journey. And yeah, maybe that's all it is. It's not. It's gonna be corny, but Like, it's not the journey, it's destination. It's not the destination, it's the journey. My bad. But in our life today, it's all destination. Uh, Especially if I'm on the bus. Come on, I'm not enjoying the journey. That's not the journey. I'm just a ball of meat in his meat wagon, and he's just doing all his favorite stuff. He's like to rush before the traffic and hit the brakes, or try to hurry up the car in front of him. So he's putting the gas pedal little by little, like make, come on, come on, come on, and you just like feeling it, like he humps you in a bus. He like reminds you that you're not here at all. He's he's in a hurry to his destination. But it's a really stressful job, no doubt. I'm not hating on them. I just saying, maybe make it a little bit less stressful for all of us, but for him it's real stress, no doubt, no doubt. Maybe that's how he play. We're like a pebbles in his hand, so he like to juggle us, and it calms him down. Um, some people, some people are really like really speakful about it, and opening the conversation with the driver, like, why do you drive like that, how could you, and everything. But they're not they're not gonna they're, yeah. So summing up about the journey and destination, but there's really no destination. I mean, it's cool to see the big steps, to see where that was the leap that you become, let's say, pro in something that you do. It's really nice to see. But for me, it took me, let's say, my last surfing session. I really start to feel that improvement. Of course, we're talking about not like it's baby steps, but in my eyes, it's really visual right now. That let's say like last let's say even 4 months ago, I still was struggling to have a right, like take a right turn, and try to even control my surfboard, or even try to pick the right position. But recently I actually had, not in fluke, because in fluke it happened couple times that I succeeded and I was really excited, like, oh man, I'm really there, but I wasn't there. But as soon as you hit that right turn and make it a couple of times, and you asking yourself, okay, what's next? That was a milestone of me when I seen the wave in front of me uh, become a tube, and I already was ambitious to get inside of the wave and catch the dream of every surfer, to get that tube. It's too early, of course, but I'm more comfortable now. I'm more sure of myself that I'm making the right steps. I can because when I was studying drawing, for me wasn't for me it took not so long to recognize the improvement. I had proof of work in my hands. So basically, I'm looking at the early works of my early work before and after, and I can actually recognize where was my proportion better, when it's much better, and where I was doing like, have no idea what I'm doing. Um, but in surfing, it's so unpredictable that the waves are different every time. Sessions are different. Your physical conditions are different. It feels different every time. So it was really like kind of impossible to feel the baseline. Let's say if I was surfing every day for 3 hours every day, of course I could find my baseline. Even on a different waves, it could give me a recognition, but and it was actually like improving to get rid of the excitement of the thrill that the wave takes your board. It's undescribable. You forgot instantly about everything. If you were thinking, okay, today I'm gonna practice this move or this, as soon as the wave hits you, whoa, what's going on? This is awesome. So when you finish the wave, you say, oh, actually, if I took the turn much early and tried to pick myself a little bit more up to the leap of the wave, I could surf it like 5 seconds more of excitement. Of course, it's worth it. Of course it's your dream to surf more. And so it sketches. Every small wave I was sketching, it felt like sketch. It's quality, quantity over quality, and of course, try to think. Every time you're doing something, think what are you doing right now. If you do stuff mindlessly on a fluke, I'm sure something will come up. But at some point, you gotta reflect and recognize what works best and save what was working better, and throw out the excesses. So podcast, it's another interesting tool for me to learn about myself, learn about my ability to develop something that I have really passion about it. I mean, for me, surfing, I'm really passionate about it. I don't care if I have a biggest waves. I don't care if I have a smallest waves. It's just so much fun that I cannot stop to do this. Of course, some waves will make me wake up 5 a.m. No doubt. 4:30 a.m. I was waking up for them. Some waves, uh, even exciting one, where it catched me a little bit off guard, and I was like hard weak. In one of my best surfing sessions I had this week, actually took me so much time to wake myself up for this and get out. But I'm glad, first of all, I had a breakfast. Breakfast was really important for me. Breakfast took my ability to surf on new levels, because you really need that extra bit of energy when you on adrenaline. You don't feel it, but some point you're getting run out of gas, and I was looking at extra energy. So my passion about podcast is, first of all, listening. I really like to listen podcast and listen the people share ideas. I really like to learn a little bit more about myself and the world around me just by washing dishes and hearing someone's voice. Come on, it was never been so much easy to learn and enjoy the listening. now I'm taking my second thing to I enjoy in life is to talk. I'm not gonna enjoy hear myself talking on my own podcast, but just to talk, that's my drug. And if you get me riled up about some topic, I can get into it. I like to find. I like to push a little bit buttons of people. Don't take me as my take me as somebody who like to manipulate, but I do like to manipulate people, people's reaction for sake of reaction. Sounds bad, but it's fun. It sounds bad, but it's harmful because nothing like sticks and stones can break my bones, but the words can never hurt me. If if you don't, if you step over yourself, you can step back and don't react. And that's my killer. When people don't react even to provocative stuff I start, wow, I'm taking boundaries to the next level. I'm not invading to people's spaces or something like that, but with ideas. I have an aunt that she's religious and not crazy about it, not crazy, but strong. She tends to take herself as a strong believer, and I'm pressing and pushing the buttons. I'm like a little devil that really asking twice how much your believer, how much is in your veins, how deep. That's what I like about those trigger points. Let me see how deep really you believe in what you believe. And this is where people fail the test. The joy to see somebody really putting the feet on provocateur and sending that vibes of self-believing, open-minded, but strong belief, like not strong believing, but deep believing on topic. That he reflected on this from every angle. He's, it doesn't hold on the idea from one argument. Let's say if you get into politics and you really get interested about people's reaction and people's beliefs about it, don't build your own ideas over like two specters and two sides, the right and left, but think deep about what's actually politics in the first place. What type of people get into it? Nowadays, of course, everyone is like, it's a hot topic. It's nothing better to today to talk but the politics. Who's leaning right, who's leaning left, and nobody really understand this tool. It's like, like it's like people passionate about the cars, and most of the people who talk about cars, they know about the cars. They really understand how not the most, but if you hear some people talking a lot about the cars, chances are they put in effort to learn about it, to understand it better. But here in the politics, we only learn how to maybe talk about it better, or how to talk yourself out of the situation that you don't understand what you're talking about. People like to get emotional if you confront their ideas. We all like to do it. Today I catched myself that I get a little bit emotional by indirectly. Because if I get directly confronted, first of all, I don't have defending mechanisms. I attack, and which is kind of bad. You don't have the ideal in my eyes, not to attack and not to defend, but reflect and answer. That's it. Or don't answer. You don't have to. But if you have to, just reflect and give your opinion. Sometimes we really like try to play this emotional game. Excuse me. The time is getting to the midnight. Really close. I had to stay up to the midnight. It's not my idea. It's more like responsibility for the other person that asked me. And I actually confronted that person of how much I don't have to do it, and there's people that really had to do it for, but they did not. Sounds complicated. Didn't try to, but I wanted to explain that some people just ungrateful, and you can just take it as a fact. If you like to do what you like to do for that person, it's like comes already like from love. So no need to take it too much to, you have to, or people owns you something. But really, just enjoy to give to people what you can while you can. Because we're not really long here for some period of time, and time flies by. This is what important to us, to have our goals and checkpoints in life. Maybe it's what's in next 10 years, or what is like next 5 years. What do you really want to achieve this year? I felt strong belief what I'm about to achieve this year. I was like really felt like I'm on the path. And I have these notebooks. Actually, I kind of miss those notebooks times when I was taking really good waypoints in life. When I was taking the notebook and going over it, I was really like time machine. I forgot about it. But it took me so way back to that state, what I was trying to do, and it's amazing. And more details I was putting in my notebooks about something, some topics, or some like something that happened. Just amazing how like you feel like you travel back to that you with that idea, because our state is interchangeable every second. And if we believe strongly in something at that point of life, chances are in next couple months you will change your opinion on that topic. And this is what interesting about reflecting. This is where you can find like that silver lining of yourself, that you're not stealing. Even if you didn't get that raise, you didn't get that promotion, or you didn't finish that project, that's okay if you have those little checkpoints at some form of course, I believe a written form is much better. It's much better because to hear myself talking, it's odd at the best to say it's odd. Um, but there's no problem to change, and no problem to not strongly believe in every topic that you believed, but it's called growth. But uh, what's interesting it's to find what's what helps you to grow. This is what I believe important in people around you. Even if you have to disconnect somebody from your life, no matter what's the reason, okay? If you feel that it's a part of your growth, be open heart about it. It really hurts. It really hurts. Even the people who was I felt really my friends, and I was giving all of my heart to their projects, to their ideas, to their dreams. It was kind of not smart from my side to put myself aside, to put me in the picture as something that like what I get from it, to be a bit more selfish, but I don't regret it, but I do recognize how long it took to me to disconnect from these people. I don't talk about those like take out all the negativity from yourself. It's not what you need. You need to be with the positive people. But if you always positive, you maybe you get the tests positive that you not really wanted. It's my recent joke, but what I'm trying to say that disconnect from connect to people that you can grow with, and that's a real challenge. It's a real challenge. But if they share same passion, it might be possible. If you're really passionate about things about around you, you will find, no doubt, like not to sound religious or something, but destiny is always leads you to your path. And it's kind of futile, but it's kind of possible. um you know Sometimes we can feel that our life could work out much better, but if you look at the things around us, the conditions had to be like this in order to you to survive, or in order the existence itself will continue. Like there's a coming back to the topic. I will talk about this topic, but I want to come back for a second about the idea of people around us. I've put a lot of ideas in my head this year. At the beginning of the year, felt really positive that this project will get me like by the third month, by the April, by the June I'll be already on the new level. But of course things are dynamic in life. We have to adapt what's happening. But what's important in this year, like personal milestone, it's it's connect to people that I feel the growth around them. That was that's a breathtaking experience. It put me in a positions that I had to reflect on myself. I had to face myself from not the best face of me, but in order to grow, you have to face what you are and be real about it. You know, it's about to be real, not not what you think you come to. I recognize these people that uh, wanna be recognized as somebody who more than they are, and maybe some people facing me in that scene that I'm talking too much about myself, and I'm highly think about myself, and uh, I think little of people, which is not. I accept more from myself, and that's why I'm accept more from the people. But it doesn't have to be like that. They we're all doing our best, and even in others' eyes, it's worst. So I found the people around me that make me feel that I'm getting better day by day, which is like present from the destiny to get to this state that you recognize that, wow, I reflected on myself right now and I see how better I can get now. That's a present of destiny. And maybe negative people around you there was put for a reason to grow. And of course it sounds corny and like I'm selling you motivation by Tony Robbins or something, which I absolutely at some point of my life fell in love because I felt that helps me to grow, and he got the tools. Not everything, take it with a grain of salt. And he talked. I'm not in a critique of Tony Robbins. I think my only critique of Tony Robbins that he puts you believe that you're more than you are, which is like absolutely controversial for him. He's like say no, we all have potential. We get, and he's absolutely right. But he's also not. He knows he's not right. So there's no claim. He knows that the people who a lot of people he was teaching, like only 10% works, and another 90% can just go about his business or can become really hooked on this feel of motivation. I'm intoxicated by motivational speeches. Intoxicating. Sometimes you listen that good voice and the motivation, and he speaks that you are more than you are. You gotta get up and work, and you're like, yes, hell yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna get up and jog. and you love yourself in that moment. You love yourself that you awoke in right now. This is like the sweet poison about the motivational speakers. They make you feel better instantly because you believe that you can change. But they speak to the person that was after a day job, facing all the problems and facing your own downsides, and be faced with your wrongdoings, like, hey, you didn't finish your job. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm bad. Wow, they've been giving me responsibility. You know what? I'm gonna improve. I wanna work about it. But not right now. Tomorrow. Wow, tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. That's how I'm gonna call my episode. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna put that episode online, and let's see if it's gonna be up. Um, so it's really intoxicating to hear all these speeches, how much you can fall down and pick yourself up. But tomorrow morning, you're fresh, your brain is not that, irritated. It's chilling on this basic vibe of, of chill, and I'm gonna snooze. Ah, and it's amazing how different you think on the morning. Like, your brain is not your brain. It doesn't want to do anything. I think you gotta put yourself on real obligation, on, like, tax yourself. If you didn't do it tomorrow morning, you're gonna tax yourself about it. But again, right now you're thinking as a person that highly motivated, that highly um, turned on by the day and daily routine. You want to change that job. You want to change that environment about you. And God, what I'm doing in this country now, I'm about to leave. You know what? It's time to stop wasting my time in this environment, and I have all this free time tomorrow after work. Even I will start it even in the morning. I will look up the new ways to change and strive myself more to the dream. I wish we could take that setup in mind to for tomorrow morning. But tomorrow morning gonna wake up the same me who didn't wake up yesterday, and I'm gonna put that snooze button. I'm pretty sure. So speaking back to milestones and little checkpoints in life to reflect how far we get. I'm I'm kind of confident on my milestone at this point, that I'm actually managed to sit down for 40 minutes, 45 minutes to be exact, almost exact, and really to be with myself and my thoughts. The day was not the easy one. Maybe that's one of the motivations for me to do the job. To after everything happened today, I gotta I gotta put the pin on today's episode. I also had to a little bit sit down with myself and this environment, not just take that with myself into the night sleep, and thinking about it before bed. It's kind of milestone. Next episode, but just another one. And yeah, kind of glad that you bared with me till now. And of course, tomorrow morning we're gonna make all our dreams possible. And we're gonna see how much we grew, and gonna recognize it. We only can recognize it after we put a lot of work in something that we can recognize it. But my question is, what type of work? Where to invest more? Is this sound quality, environment quality, content, advertisement? There's no end, no end where you'd like to improve yourself, but there's gotta be at some point. And finding the right spot, right silver lining in the content creation, not that hard, and it's not that easy. I was really putting a lot of effort in something that I can make, and that was kind of. I'm not really like IT. I not really like to do it, but I'm good at it. I've made it work. I made website up and running with a lot of quick turns, a lot of mind-boggling and really frustrating moments, but and then it's worked out. So now I think it's time to work on content, work on ideas, and yeah, reach out people who'd like to listen to me. As I was talking on the previous episode, we all can find our own audience. We all got it. We all got it. Some people, like some people are for no like start riled you up about some idea, and they just like meh, like disconnect in the middle of talk. And I was like really confused about it. Like why? And I realized that it's not really not really bother. Just move on to the next listener. It's percentage wise. Some people will enjoy to listen to you. There's no reason not to believe that we all have an audience. And there's a lot of people around me that I'd like to listen to their podcast. I'd like to hear what's their take on stuff. Not just the blubber about recent stuff, but really thoughtful, like thoughtful ideas and idea process. It's kind of interesting. And yeah, I think I'm already made quite a lot for today. I hope that the quality was better than the last episode. If not, eh, you know, see in 100th episode. Just go back to the couple next pages. If you for some reason in the next couple years will try to check out my first episodes, just you know, you can try. What do you expect? Here it is. Not much, but I hope to see you again. And take care of yourself. Don't be shy on your ideas. Don't listen to people who think that give you that turns you down about stuff. There are always gonna be haters, no doubt about it. Haters gonna hate, but creators gonna create. Bye everybody. See ya.